Okay, so welcome to the super secret video where we go over the examples of transformations. Here we go. Remember when Miss McNabb said she did not like the IXL that she assigned? I'm speaking in the third person, that's weird. I did not like the IXL that I assigned with this work, so I went ahead and gave you guys a pass on it and just said that I'm going to take these as your grade, just these 3 examples. And then I also decided, you know what, it's January, things have been weird, I'm going to go ahead and help them out a little bit and send them a video explaining everything. So the examples, each of these has 2 transformations from y equals x. Describe them. So I know on this first one, I know that I look at y equals x first. So y equals x, my m for that is going to equal 1, and my b equals 0. If you need help with that, go back and check your notes from before, and we went over that extensively in class. So then I'm going to call this my new equation. So for this one, we're going to say new. My m for the new one is going to be negative. There's no number there, so it's a 1, negative 1. And my b for the new equation is going to be positive 6. So now I need to look at my things that I talked about, my rules that I learned. So I know that, let's start with, let's begin with b. So b, I went from 0 to positive 6. So I know that my b value got bigger, got larger. So as b gets larger, the graph shifts up. So I know that my graph here shifts up, and I even know that it shifts up 6. Okay? So I've dealt with my b values. Now I'm going to deal with my m, which is my slope. The only difference from 1 to negative 1 is that my sign changed from positive to negative. So over here I do have a rule about the sign changing. I know that from m to negative 1, if the sign of m changes, the graph flips across the y-axis. So it kind of reflects across. So 2 flips across the y-axis. So these are the 2 transformations that happen. I know that it shifts up 6 and that it flips across the y-axis. Okay, let's do example 2. Again, we're still comparing it to the y equals x, our parent function. So we know that y equals x, that means our m equals 1, and our b equals 0. Our new values, our m now equals 2, and our b now equals negative 3. Okay? I know that my b actually, instead of getting bigger or larger, my b got smaller. So I know that my graph shifts down 3. And then my m, from 1, it actually got bigger and it got closer to infinity. So let's go look over here. So that's similar to this one where it starts at 1 and then it got bigger. As m gets closer to infinity, the graph gets steeper. So my graph got, oops, I'm so sorry. As m gets closer to infinity, the graph gets steeper. So my second one is that my graph gets steeper. Okay. And last but not least, we have example 3. So we're still using the same parent graph, y equals x, which means for that m equals 1 and b equals 0. Okay, for our new one, our m now equals negative 1/5. And our b, actually, we don't have a b, so our b still equals 0. So that's interesting, but it says there's 2 transformations. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Okay, so let's look for the first one. Well, I know that this is a fraction, so it's actually getting less than 1. So I know that my m is getting closer to 0. It's getting less than 1. So as m gets closer to 0, the graph gets flatter. Because remember, a 0 slope is completely horizontal. So as our slope gets closer to 0, it's going to get more and more horizontal. So it gets flatter. Okay, but then supposedly I have another transformation. Well, I dealt with this number, this 1/5, but I haven't dealt with the fact that, oh my goodness. I dealt with this number, the 1/5, but I haven't dealt with the fact that I have a negative here. So I had a positive 1, and now I have a negative slope. So, again, when the sign changes, the graph flips across the y-axis. So my second one is flips across the y-axis. There you go.